Welcome to online lectures of SPSC. I'm a computer science teacher Hera. Today we are covering our assignment number 3. In our previous lecture we covered assignment number 2 from the lecture number 1. The nature of technology, computers around us. Today we are covering our assignment number 3 from the same chapter, the nature of technology, computers around us. But the topic is microprocessor at home. Students, in our previous chapter I also told you how microprocessor work. What is a microprocessor? Is there anyone who can tell me what is a microprocessor? Yes, microprocessor is a small chip which is inside in the computer, and it is a very powerful chip because it is very small in size. It can easily it can easily place any electronic device, okay, and because of its small size it is very powerful. It control all the electronic components right now which we have at our home, like TV, washing machine, fridge, home systems, okay. Microprocessor is also available in cars. It shows the display, the road track. If there is some hindrance like speed breakers, we can also easily see on the screen, okay. Speed, atmosphere inside the car, like temperatures, okay, we can easily control it with the help of the microprocessors. Now students, in our previous chapter I told you how a microprocessor work, how ACs cut down their electronic components without our human interference, just because of the microprocessor. In this chapter we cover microprocessors, how microprocessors are available in TVs and washing machines, fridge and home system. Is there anyone who can tell me how microprocessor help in TV? We record the programs, we pause the live programs. Have you ever noticed how they work, how the live program is going but still we record them, we pause them, we control the channels, adjust the volumes? They are just done by the help of the microprocessor. Washing machines, nowadays we have automatic washing machines. They work according to the instruction which is already embedded, already available in the system. We just put our dirty clothes, turn the power button on, and all the activities, all the step done by the machine by itself. Have you ever tried to explore how they work? It's just because of the microprocessor wash our clothes without damaging them. They control the amount of the water, amount of the time, detergent they need for the clothes. They all done by the microprocessor. How microprocessor helps us in fridge? Because today the fridge we have at our home, they are also powered by the microprocessors. They are connected with the internet. They show the temperatures of your fridge, okay. They tell us that this food is out of the date, use it before this date. We can also connect our cell phone with these devices. We can also control the device, TV, washing machine, fridge and other home system with the help of our smartphones, because smartphone is also a form of a small computer, a small but very powerful computer. They have sensors, they have some application. If we install it, we can easily we can also easily control our electronic devices with the help of the cell phone. We can turn on, off, we can control the volume and all the other functions we will control with the help of the remotes, with the help of the cell phones, okay. Microprocessor are used in home alarms, heating systems. If some temperature is exceeded, alarm will be generated and we will be get attention toward that thing, that the level is increasing, maybe the sound, maybe it is there's a danger of the short circuit, or if maybe some short circuit will be happened, so we will take the precautions according to that events, okay. Sensors are basically installed into the rooms to detect the movement. Microprocessor use information from the sensors to sound an alarm or turn on the light and heating when someone enters at the room. Some people have done the system just like if someone enter in their room, the light blink, maybe that green or red, it will get the indication that someone entered in your room. You get attention to that person and stop your work, okay. This is also happened in our homes, okay. Microprocessor in the car, modern car can have as many as 16 embedded microprocessors, and they do the special jobs. Every microprocessors have their different jobs. just like they manage the fuel of the car, radio, car radio, ठीक है. Some processor will easily give you the tell you the way. You just tell them with the help of the microprocessor you want to go in this sector, in this area, in that house. They can easily connect it with the satellite, and they will show you the map, all the map, all the routes available to reach to your destination. Okay, they also help with the they also done with the help of the microprocessor. Okay, your passengers comfortable with the temperature in your car is controlled by the microprocessor. And every microprocessor have different job, just like controlling the temperature of the car. They will tell you if you want to go somewhere like you want to visit your aunt's home, you can just enter the house number sector, or they will show you the map, all the possible routes available to your destination. This all done with the help of the microprocessor. They will control the speed of the car, fuel. Okay, if you are running out of the fuel, it is also indicate that you are right now that much fuel, you may be run out of the fuel, so please focus on it. Okay, all this thing done with the help of the microprocessor. Okay students, I will giving you the activity number 1. Explore your home, make a list of the thing you can find that use microprocessor technology. Search the internet to find out more items that are used in home having microprocessor technology. Draw any 3. I told you that right now the components we are using at our home, they are all powered by the microprocessor, just like the fridge, microprocessor, microwaves, your ACs, they all that have microprocessor in it. Your automatic washing machines. Okay, you have to explore them, work on their working, and then draw it and tell us how they work. Okay. Okay, microprocessor at work. How microprocessor help us if we are at our work? Just like doctors, CT scan, MRI, CAT, they all have the microprocessors with them. They take the pictures of your brain, your stomach, your backbones, and show the if you have some issue in it. Okay, these all done with the help of the microprocessor. They will take the picture of your 3D picture of your brain, of your stomach, whatever, if you are suffering from the pain, and then show it on the screen. In this way we can easily identify that issue is residing in this part. You have the issue with this part of your body. Okay, these all done with the help of the doctor. Basically microprocessor help the doctor in diagnosing the issues inside the patient. Okay, you're controlling the blood pressure, temperature, pulse rate. Okay, they all are monitored with the help of the microprocessors. Nowadays the devices we have, they all are powered by the microprocessor. You can easily, even if you want to check your blood pressure, now their devices are come, you can easily wear it on your hand and just press the power button, and that device will show your pulse rate, your BP also. Okay, blood pressure. Now you don't need any other person to check your blood pressure. Okay, in manufacturing cars, there are also the microprocessor which control the manufacturing of the things without the interference of the employee person. Okay, from one part to another part they move without the help of the any person. Okay, because in manufacturing we replace the human with the help of the robots. Robots are used to manufacture many other goods. They are used for simple repetitive jobs, means the jobs which are repeating again and again. Okay, it's a human psyche. If you are doing something again and again, we fed up. But robots are the machine, they have the microprocessor inside. We give the instruction, we embed the instruction into it that you have to do this thing after this time. They will, if they have to do it thousands of times, they will do it thousands of times. Okay, without making faces, just like us. Okay, in manufacturing computers, microprocessor help us with the help of the robots. Okay, robots are also the example of the microprocessor. They have the microprocessor in it. Okay, robots are used to do jobs that are dangerous from the human too, because human life is very important for us. Okay, if there is some in some way there is a danger of the life, danger of life, that we maybe most probably maybe someone lost his or her life, so we'll use robots instead of a human there. Okay, because humans are the machine, they don't have feelings, they don't have a mind, just like brain we have. Okay, in retails means we go in some supermarkets, we buy something. Okay, there is a numbers of lines on this. What is called, what is that lines called? Have you ever noticed? Barcode. Barcode is a code in which your product size, price, okay, and the product code is embedded in the form of the lines, okay. And they are the barcode readers which read those lines and tell them that the price of this product is this, it is that much quantity, grams or whatever you can say, and the product manufacturer, okay. These in this way microprocessors are helping us in the details, okay. In supermarket we're doing purchasing, okay, things we can easily know how the quantity and the price of that thing with the help of the barcode readers. The good we purchase easily with the help of these barcode readers, okay. They can easily purchase the thing doing their shopping with the help of the debit and the credit cards. These are called electronic money. Money is transferred automatically from the customer to the shop without paying anything. We just swap our card in the in that machine, and they can easily detect the amount, the bill amount from your account, and transfer it to the shopkeeper account easily, okay. In this way microprocessor also help us in our shopping, in our purchasing goods, okay. Okay, now what you have to do, I am giving you the one more activity. Activity 3 is how could you use a flash driver to move. Okay, activity number 2, write a note on how using technology people help in improving their job. Write down about at least 3 different fields of job: doctor, teacher, and shopkeeper. Right now we covered that computers help us in at our work. How they work, I told you, in medical fields. They help us in retails, in supermarkets, at schools, at airports. How they help us, you have to tell me, okay. You have to use internet for this assignment too, okay. Now our 1.4 is computer storage. How computer stores data, okay. There are different types of file: video file, music file, pictures, and photographs, okay. This is all the types of the data. Text documents, okay, just like your assignments, your home is text data, your pictures, photograph is your picture data, videos, okay, the videos of your lectures, video data, music, okay. There are different types of data, and they are all types of media used on a computer store in a file, okay. The file stored in computer is called a data file, okay. There are numbers of types through which we store our data, just like floppies, USBs, hard drives, okay, flash drivers. These are all the storage devices which hold data, which store data, okay. When you create work on a computer, it is important to save it correctly, because if we don't save it, we can't access, we can't again use it in future, okay. Work saved in a data file can be used over and over again. If your work is not saved correctly, it can be lost. Obviously, if you not save a data, it can be lost. We can't use it again if you want to use it in future, okay. All computers have a place to store data file. It is called computer storage. What is storage? Storage is used to save the data, to store the files, different types of files, just like the storage boxes we have at our homes to store the different things, which sometimes my mother use the storage boxes to save things they cook, they make for us, okay. Just like those storage boxes, there is a space in the computers to store the data, which is called the storage, okay. And there are the those storage devices are used to save files. Every computer has a storage device built into the case. A storage drive can save a large amount of information. There are the types of storage devices: secondary and primary. What are the secondary devices, what are the primary, we will inshallah cover in our next lecture. Okay, storage devices use in a desktop computer can store numbers of data, okay. Now storage, network storage. What is network storage, okay? Right now we are not using our computers storage devices, but we are using devices which we store data. What are those devices? Those devices are the network storage devices. You save work onto the storage device of one computer, you will not be able to use that file if you move to the another computer. If I am moving for instance, I have go outside or outside of my city, I want to access the data. How I can get that file? How can I access that data? If I store the data on my drives, there are the drives. Some drives are available through which we store our data, just like Google Drive, just like OneDrive. They are available on the net. if we upload all the data in it, wherever I am in the part of the world, I can easily access it. It is called a network storage devices. Computer in schools and offices are usually connected. We call the group of connected computer and network. Maybe in your schools they are connected with the network that is called the LAN. If your computer is connected with the head office, with some other branches of your school, it is called the WAN. Okay, wide area network. Okay, a network has its own storage devices. Everyone using a network has a special area on the network storage devices. If we are connecting in a network in a sense, our computer is connected with the other computer, I can easily access your computer, I can easily access your work. Okay, so I have a space, storage space in my PC, and that is allocated to me. I can use that space, I can save my data on that space, and it is called a network storage. Okay, where I can easily save my data, where I can easily access my data if I'm not using my own computer in my own place. Okay, if I'm away from my place, if you saved your computer on your school network drive, you can easily use it any computer that is connected to your school network. If I am using my computer network, I'm connected with my computer network. If I'm not available in the school premises, but still I want to access that file, I can easily access the school network. I can easily get that data. Okay, flash drive is a small portable storage device. It is small enough to fit in your pockets and can be used to move file from one computer to another. A flash drive is plugged into a computer so that a data file can be saved to it. Okay students, what are the flash drives? Okay, flash drive is a small portable device, storage device. It is small enough to fit in your pockets. Okay, and you can easily move file from one computer to another with the help of the flash drive. Okay, the flash drive is plugged into a computer. There is a small port with the name of the USB ports. Okay, they are also called the USBs. Okay, universal series bus. You can easily connect your flash drive with the USB ports and get the data, whatever you have saved in it. Now your activity number 3 is related to this topic. How could you use a flash drive to move homework from a computer at home to a computer at school? Now what you have to do, beta, you have to write the steps how you save the data in the USBs, how you will get that data if you are transferring your file from one computer to another computer. In this assignment 3, what we have covered, grade 3, we have covered what are the microprocessor, how they help us, the devices that are using microprocessor, the things which we are using at homes, they are powered with the microprocessors, storage devices, what are the storage devices, what are the storage space, what is the network, means the computer is connected with each other with the help of the network, what are the network storage, if we are available, if we are using the computer outside the school premises but we access our school network, we can easily get that data, that file with the help of the computer, with the help of the network storage. Okay, we have covered these things. Now is it hopefully you can easily do your assignment number 3, send it before your deadline. Stay at your home, beta, stay safe. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.